There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit comicshoplocator.com to find a store near you.
Mish Mosh.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the experience. This is going to be Mish Mosh. Let me get myself more centered here so you don't have to watch people in the background. We're on, what? No, I am not the best. Oh my goodness gracious. That is my production team that let me do my craziness all the time. We just got done with some really excellent interviews. One with Declan Shalvey, who has an awesome book coming out tomorrow, Time Before Time. A great idea for a comic in which people travel through time or get sent back through time if they give up all of their earthly goods, with the idea that there was definitely a time gone by which was better in their mind, which isn't necessarily so, right? We always tend to think, earlier times, more simple times, but that also means we didn't have any, microwaves or VHSs or digital, whatever. Just imagine, even if you just went back 10 years, how horrible it was for what we had and didn't have. So, yep. In Declan's Kickstarter for his process edition of that book, we've got the link right there. Please do give us the thumbs up, the hearts, ring that bell for subscribing, and do subscribe all over the internet with us. We're on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and more coming up. Okay, I'm just going to do a really quick what's going on here. This is our invoicing. We do invoicing on Wednesdays. Please be able to pay within 24 hours of receipt, and we ship within 24 hours of that. And also here are our shipping rates, also cycling around below us in the scroll. That is essentially what it is. If we buy more books than 20, then we still just charge media rate, which is super inexpensive. And also, if it's your first time to buy from me, there is a fillable doc that pops up down here at the bottom, spacecadetscollection.com/REGCBSE. And also, you can send me a DM through Facebook, and just me, Jen King, that looks exactly like this face right here. And I will send you a full schedule of us, when we are on, and how to interact with us. Behind the scenes today, I have Hannah, who is eating a Twix bar sideways.
Hello.
So it's broken. All right. And I have today some fun stuff going on. We're going to do a bunch of regular comic books back here. I found a collection of Savage Dragon, including some older issues that are hard to get, some runs, some single issues, and then afterwards we're going to do some trade paperback theater.
A trade paperback theater.
Shout out to JD for creating such an awesome thing to just pop on all the time. It's my very favorite thing to do. I told him he can interrupt me with that anytime. So anytime I say trade paperback theater.
A trade paperback theater.
It might pop on. So okay, here we go. All right, this is an awesome run of books. This is unfortunately not a number 1, but it has all the rest. This is Weapon X, number 2, all the way through number 20. So 2 to 20 for Weapon X. This is the earlier series, not the later series, by Frank Thierry et al. And it has 2 through 7. I've got 2 through 7 and 8 through 20. I don't know why I just didn't say it was 2 through 20. Very interesting. That is hilarious. Anyway, $30 for that whole gigantic set. It is a huge bunch of books. Weapon X! All right. Usually, by the way, just so you guys know, I'm pricing these things at like 2 in the morning. as I have insomnia often, and that's the way I roll. So if I ever look at what I've written down and go, I don't understand what I wrote, that's why. All right, I've got a run of 1 through 4 of the Shroud, Spider-Man, ally, or enemy. There is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Really awesome character there, just $8. $8 for 4 books. Let you guys do the maths. All right, this one I didn't even know existed as a run. This is not the main series of Invincible, but this one's called Invincible Universe. And this is a 1 through 9. 1 through 9. If you've been watching Invincible, plowing through it like everybody else, you'll know how good this universe is. 1 through 9 is just $20. That is just a little bit more than $2 a piece. Oh, we're on Periscope. That's the other place. You can't buy from us on Twitch yet. But you can dance party with us. Whoop, whoop.
Periscope is Twitter.
Oh, is that what it goes into?
Yeah, Twitter is.
Looks like Brandon Luck swoops in for the Invincible Universe. What are the prices of the books? We've only started here on the bottom, Daniel. The run of 2 through, looks like 2 through 20. There might be a 1 miss in there. 2 through 20 is $30 of the Weapon X. And then there's a 1 through 4 Shroud that's on the board for $8. Cool Spider-Man adjacent character. All right, this is a Green Lantern Mosaic with John Stewart. Love battles chaos on Oa. It is 1 through 15. 1 through 15, and it is only $30. That's $2 a book. And you don't even have to hunt anything down. This is really the way to collect books, honestly. If you're going to do individual issues, if you can get runs, so you don't have to hunt down individual ones, it's so much more simple. So much more simple. Of course, you have to know you have to know that you want an entire run. All right, there are 3 runs that are all related in my lap. They're all from the storyline called The End. So this is The End, X-Men, and X-Men. 1 through 6. That's the whole series. And that's just $10. It's $10. You can grab up that part of The End of the storyline. And that's really the 3rd part of the end of the series. This is the 2nd part of the end of the series. X-Men Heroes and Martyrs, 1 through 6 also, and that's 10. Milton! And this is the 1st part of that series. Book 1, Dreamers and Demons X-Men. It is the 1 through 6, and that one is 10. So for $30, you can have book 1, 2, and 3, and have every single issue. That is Chris Claremont and Sean Shen. All right, I've got a bunch of Star Wars goodies here. Most of it is individually priced and not runs. All right, this is Star Wars Doc Afra number 6. Star Wars Doc Afra number 6, just cover price. Cover price. And cover price in this case is $3.99. I love this cover. I don't know who this character is, but Star Wars Dr. Afra number 9. I didn't read Dr. Afra. I got in too late, and there are a lot of issues, and it's really awesome, but I didn't get to read it. There is $3.99 for number 9.
Yeah, I don't have to go to trades. We keep selling out of them.
I know. It was really hard. And Dr. Afra number 12. Number 12, also just cover price. Nice reflection in that helmet. Darth Vader. I know that recently there have been a lot of key issues that have happened in Doc Afra. And I don't know which ones are the keys, so maybe it's one of these. Mario Valentino, there is your Afra 9. All right. I'm also going to do some steals of a deals here. We're going to run through these at $2 a piece, so let's see how fast you guys can claim. After 12 goes to Galooly, which I think has a spot. All right, these are going to be $2 a piece. We're running through these really, really fast. Is the key? Perfect, Mario. I have Star Wars Shattered Empire, number 1. Most of these I just have one or two of, so. I also have Shattered Empire number 2. They do have a little bit of smushy on that top corner. I have a couple copies of number 3. I have 3 copies of number 4. That is all a Shattered Empire that I have, but you can get a run out of that. Dr. Afra is a criminal archaeologist. What? She just digs stuff up and steals it? Expert knowledge of droid and weapons technologies. Particular interest in ancient weapons and Jedi artifacts. Oh, that sounds cool. I get her now. All right, I also have 2 copies with small damages. Star Wars Screaming Citadel number 1 for just $2 a piece. And Poe Dameron number 18. That is a B cover. Poe Dameron number 16. Same. Also for $2 with a small amount of damage on the back cover, Star Wars Last Jedi number 6. Star Wars number 1. Well, so is Screaming Citadel. Hey, Mario, can you tell me which Star Wars number 1? That'd be very helpful. Because there's been a Screaming Citadel number 1 and a Shattered Empire number 1. I just need to know which one of those. Solo, a Star Wars story number 2. That's a Noto cover. Also just $2 during the show. I've got some Princess Leia's for $2. Princess Leia number 4. And number 5. And Lando Double or Nothing number 4 and 5. Okay, some more Star Wars goodies. This is Star Wars Chewbacca, number 1 through 5. The number 1, the back cover has a rip in it. I apologize for that, but I've got this marked really low at $10 for the run.
I think that's the whole series, isn't it?
Maybe. Also slightly imperfect, just a little bit of spine stress on this one. Star Wars Captain Phasma, 1 through 4. And that one is just $10 for that run. It's $10. Star Wars Captain Phasma number 2. This is the 1 in 50 Hildebrandt cover, which online is $100 or more. This one is $75. The Citadel number 1. I gotcha. That's Valentino. Which holds Valentino? Right in here. Gotta save Hannah from touching the things that give her the itches. Star Wars Allegiance number 1. Star Wars Allegiance number 1. Just cover price. Really pretty cover. And that is the A cover. And not a quite a complete collection of Poe Dameron, but this one has number 1, 5 through 17. And number 1, the annual number 1, both the A and B covers for that. There's the cover right there. And that is $40 for that run. You're really only going to have to go find 2, 3, and 4, which I know are tough ones, but that's the reason why they're not in there, I guess. Okay. Let's do some fun stuff up here. All right, this is a what if. What If Wolverine Was Lord of the Vampires number 24? That one is just $5. Oh man. That would be very difficult. It's already kind of a beast anyway, right? This is Amazing Adventures, the original X-Men. At last, the X-Men come face to face with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, featuring the return of the dreaded Magneto. X-Men, the most unusual teenagers of all time. No, wait a minute. I didn't know they were teenagers. They all look like old men. This is number 7. It does have the 40 cents marked out in pen right there. And it's just $3. $3. All right, Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, number 1. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, number 1, just cover price. I'm sure this one will move if it hasn't already moved up in price. It's just $3.99 tonight. Whoa. Okay. Got some awesome, sensational She-Hulk. All of these have started to skyrocket in price. Because of the announcement of Tatiana Maslany playing the part. Yeah. Sensational She-Hulk number 8 from 1989. This man is St. Christopher, who's here to help She-Hulk convict the most maniacal serial killer in New York City. You're kidding, right? That one's $5. $5. Okay, and this one is number 41. Jennifer, I don't think this is such a good idea. She's riding on the top of a car and has giant potatoes coming at her? Question mark. This one is $8.
I think they're like asteroids or something.
Oh, maybe.
But
then why is there a car in space then?
That's what it looks like.
Cars and angry potatoes. Good. I'm glad to know that it's angry potatoes. I mean, there's a lot of ridiculous stuff that
there's a lot of
is
things that
on
would
them.
be a bad idea if the car was in space.
Yeah. All right. Sensational She-Hulk number 44. This one does have one small spine stress right here in the logo. She is all covered up from head to toe like it's cold. It says, sorry guys, the powers that be says I've been pushing it on my past few covers. So this is all you get this month. So, but in the background, there's a girl with like a bikini on skating. So it's okay. $10 for Sensational She-Hulk number 44. Attack of the Killer Potatoes. Rah! And She-Hulk Smash. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I like that one. That's an even better one. All right, and this one has 4 small spine ticks that do break color. This one is number 45, She-Hulk Whiz. What's happening to you? That one is just $7. Okay. These are kind of more like reader copies, and they do have some stress to them, but I do have, from the creators of 30 Days of Night, Criminal Macabre, a Cal McDonald story. There's number 1, that is Steve Niles and Ben Templesmith. Number 2, and number 3, so just $2 a piece for those. Okay, and I've got the New Gods Millennium Edition. Jack Kirby unleashes the Fourth World Saga. Small spine stresses. That one is $5. New Gods. I feel like that's going to be something that's going to happen soon. It also is spine stresses. This one is more for the reading because if you get it in mint condition, it's super expensive. This is Amazing Spider-Man What If number 1, also featuring What If Venom had possessed Deadpool Part 3, part of Grim Hunt. This one is $5. Mashed potato. Oh, that's a good one. Mashed potatoes.
I replied to it, so you can't see it on the string yard, but I replied to She-Hulk mashed potatoes. It says She-Hulk mashed.
Right. That's the implication is that it's
And then
mashed
I put a
potatoes.
potato on a hammer.
Oh, you were trying to put it as part of his?
Yeah.
It's hard to get it to go under the same thing when it's comments, right?
Yeah.
That's difficult. All right. This is Pit. 1/2. Part of Full Bleed, not Image. This one is $5 for Pit. Also part of Full Bleed. This is an unnumbered book called In the Blood. Also $5. Spine stresses. Better off than smashed tomatoes. I agree. And then some good reader books. This is Pit number 6 for $2. Pit number 7 for $2. Wish I had that bronze. And a Pit number 8, just $2. Brady's in the house. I have got a mixed lot of Red Sonja She-Devil with a sword. I have got, and they're not perfect, right? Just let me know. They're non-perfect copies, but they're not destroyed books. They're kind of somewhere in between. Red Sonja 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. It's just $6 for all of those books. That's $1 a piece. So you can just read some good Red Sonja. Read. Get some Invader Zim here. Are you guys ready for Invader Zim? We hardly ever have any of these in stock, so if you guys pass on them, I'm sure they'll disappear as soon as I put them out on the sales floor. Invader Zim, number 40. Just cover price all these. Number 41. Number 42. Number 43. Number 44. Look at this nice run. Number 45. Number 46. Number 47. And number 48. Yeah, that is kind of funny. Star Comics. Move these out of the way. So I can put these Savage Dragons out. Let's see. Okay, I'm not going to make through all of them before break. Well, let's do a few. All right. If they have no bag and board, they're $2 books, okay? The early issues are not that special, and they're easy to find. When we get later in the issues, they're really hard to find because, I don't know, people, the print run got tiny. We'll just put it that way. Savage Dragon number 6 is $2. Number 9 is $2. Number 12 is $2. Number 14 is $2. Number 15 is $2. Now it changes up a little bit. This is number 16 and it's $4. Number 19 is just $2. Number 21 is just $2. Now, this one's number 22 and it has the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles right there on the cover. That one is $5. This one is number 28 and he is carrying around the Max and that is $5. Number 22 is, or 29, sorry, is just $2. Put those down there.
Yes.
Okay, we've gotten past most of the cheap books.
Does it move forward or leave it in there?
All right, this is Savage Dragon number 31, God versus the Devil. This is a censored book for $10. Number 31 is $10, censored. Number 32 is $5. It does have dirtiness on the spine, just because of the light color of it.
What does it say there?
Number 33 is only $3, and it's a reader copy, but is the birth of somebody. This is a VG copy of number 35, but it has Heck Boy on it, and that one is $4.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
Hey, Matt.
All right, Savage Dragon number 39 is $4. Number 40 is $5. Number 41 is $5. 42 is $5. Number 43 is $5. 45 is $5. 47 is $5. 48 is $5. 49 is $5. I'm going to make it through another batch here. A break. Now we're getting to the really hard to get to stuff. Savage Dragon 50. A little bit of dirtiness on the color. That one's covered. That's 8. Here is number 51. It is a very risque cover and is therefore $25. This one's the yellow logo cover. Number 52 is $4. 53 is $4. 55 is $4. 56 is $4. 57 is $4. 58 is $4. 59 is $4. 61 is $5. 62 is $6. So the wedding on the front there. And 63 is actually damaged books, which is 2. It's just hopeful to have it if you need it for the run. 64 is 6. 65 is 8. Okay. Can make it through a couple more here. Okay. Number 67 is the Iron Patriot, Super Patriot in it. And versus Dark Lord. That one's 5. 68 is 5. 69 is 5. Number 70 is 8. All right, everybody, it is time for our first commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more awesome books.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the experience. We are live from my main space, and you can actually see me live on the TV right above me, which is hilarious. It's like Genception. This is the experience. We're doing Mish Mosh. Let's continue on. Oh my, it's everywhere. All right, we're going to finish up our Savage Dragons. It's not actually 80s and 90s type night, but this is kind of 80s and 90s, and there's a bunch of it on the board, so I say it's probably still applies. It's almost all 80s and 90s. How that? And then later on, trade paperback theater.
A trade paperback theater.
I tried to catch him. I can't beat him. All right, this is a Savage Dragon number 71. It's $8. Number 72 is $5. I have no idea what he's fighting. That is a dude with a bunch of warts all over his body. Number 73 is $8. 74 is $8. 77 is $5. 78 is $5.
The big fists at the very front. He's like, yeah, you can draw really good hands.
Number 79 is $5. 81 is $5. It's like a theme going here at the end. 82 is $5. 85 is $5. 86 is $5. 87 is $5. 92 is $5. 93 is $5. 95 is $8. 96 is a hot mess reader for $2. Number 97 is a VG for $5. 99 is $8. And then I've got Dragon Blood and Guts for $2. That is the end of all of our crazy Savage Dragon. If you wanted to have all the Savage Dragon that's there, I would give 25% off those prices. That one's trying to run away. All right, here we go. These are coming off the board, so I'm going to give you a little better deal as they come down. The Poe Dameron run of 1, 5 through 17, and A and B of the annual number 1 goes from $40 to $30 as it escapes the board. The Star Wars Allegiance number 1 goes from $5 to $3. The Star Wars Captain Phasma number 2, 1 in 50 Hildebrandt goes from $75 to $65. The lowest price online is $100 for this book, by the way.
It's so pretty.
I'm trying to give you guys the deal of the century. The Captain Phasma 1 through 4 goes from 10 to 7 as it comes down from the board. And the Chewbacca number 1 through 5 with the number 1 that's damaged goes from 10 to 7. I'm going to put something new in that empty spot. Got a bunch of awesome books that I just didn't have a chance to bag and board, so I will just tell you these are cover price. I have got Marvel .1 number 1s. This is the cover. There are other covers that are much more expensive ones, but I'm just going to do these for cover price because this is the one for some reason that no one really cares about. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. All right, all of these were already just $2 a piece, so I will put those down. The Dr. Aphra number 6 goes from 4 to 2 as it comes down as well. Here we go. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 1, oversized by Dan Slott. Also just regular old cover price. I will bag and board them as they come off the board, by the way. Doc Aphra 6 goes to $2 for Galooly. You need a pen, don't you? And I think I have it. Oh, do you have one?
No, I grabbed it.
Sweet.
I was trying to find it. What did you say?
$2.
Okay, that's why I can look it up as it's not.
All right, these sets really do go together. They are book 1, 2, and 3 of the X-Men The End series. They were 10, 10, and 10, and now they're 7, 7, and 7. That one, it'll be really hard to see, I think.
Yeah.
In my experience of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of you guys got deals on these today, but here's another opportunity for people. There's the Illuminati #1, which is regular old cover price. I have Green Lantern Mosaic 1 through 15 was $30 on the board. We're going to do it $20 as it comes down. You know what you're thinking to yourself? Where do these things go after they come off the board and no one claims them? They go for full price onto the internet, and then people pay full price because they like them. Because I priced them already at a really good price. This is the Amazing Spider-Man #2. Amazing Spider-Man #2 is just cover price. This is pretty cover. This is the Shroud 1 through 4. $8 goes down to $6. Master of Darkness is in his own limited series. All right, this is Captain America White #1. Regular old cover price. Cover price, cover price. All right, Weapon X series. This is the run of what looks like 1 through 7 and 8 through 20. I'm guessing that there's a skip in there. It's got to be 1 through 6 or something. It normally is a $30 set. That one is me $20 as it comes down from the board. Stay. Okay, I have Extraordinary X-Men #1s for cover price. Extraordinary X-Men #1s. Okay, the Red Sonja set. Just random numbers, goes from 6 to 4 as it comes down from the board. Should have put a thing over here. The Invader Zim issues go from 4 to 3 as they come down. It's essentially number 40 through 48. Hey, Max. If no one calls these, we price them at full price and then put them out in the back stock for me. Okay. They're all ready to go. Okay, I have a Wolverines #2 at cover price. Wolverines #2. All beautiful copies. Oh, yeah. I also have Star-Lord #1. Who? Star-Lord #1. Cover price.
And then I have the other series.
Duo box. All right, that Savage Dragon is going down back into the box. 25% off is as much as I can do.
And there's another box here.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
I might need that.
I know.
Ooh. This box just keeps on giving. All right. This is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad #4s at cover price. Beautiful copies. Feel like they announced that one as being in development. Also, Spider-Man and the X-Men for cover price. #2. So I keep passing this stuff over here. That's for theater. All right, Unbeatable Squirrel Girl #2, cover price.
I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with her. They're gonna do something, and
Yeah,
it's gonna be awesome.
And #3, also cover price. Just a reminder to like and share and do hearts and ring that bell and all those awesome things. Subscribe. Important things to do to stay in touch. Appreciate y'all's support of the show. You can't? Do us a favor. Subscribe or share it. Tell people to subscribe. Pit 1/2 goes from 5 to 3. Pit in the blood goes from 5 to 3. Pit number 6, 7, and 8. Those are still $2 a piece. There you go. There's the link. You can totally subscribe. Amazing Spider-Man, the What If Grim Hunt goes from 5 to 3. New Gods, a Millennium goes from 5 to 3. The Criminal Macabre were $2 a piece. I'll do the whole set for $3. Sensational She-Hulk 45 goes from 7 to 5. 44 goes from 10 to 7. 41 goes from 8 to 6. Number 8 goes from 5 to 3. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu goes from 4 to 2. Amazing Adventure 7 goes from 3 to 2. And What If Lord of the Vampires, number 24, goes from 5 to 3. That means takes the half.
All right.
You guys are waiting for the cool deals. Can't wait. Okay, for cover price, I have a Radioactive Spider-Gwen number 2s. Radioactive Spider-Gwen number 2s. I also have Savage Wolverine number 10s. Hey, Max. Did that sweet gentleman pay for his books already? It's got a big old handful.
No, he has not.
He's over in the pizzeria. Can you ask him if you can hold him behind the counter for me? Thank you. This is Uncanny Inhumans number 000. And a number 2. I'll fill this whole board up again. Do we not be? I'm just trying to help out, man.
It wasn't the same guy.
It wasn't? Oh.
No, both of them had some.
I just saw him in the corner of my eye, and I was like, well, I don't want pizza on my boots.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a card for free if you just say Chewin. Look him down. No. He didn't look dangerous. I was just like, if he's anything like me, he'd go over and have pizza and forget that he was doing what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the Marvel Point ones are coming down. These are all things I'm probably not going to discount, so last chance on these. Amazing Spider-Man comes down. Illuminati number 1 comes down. Amazing Spider-Man. Captain America White. Extraordinary X-Men number 1. But look at this cool thing. I've got Marvel Legacies. Brand new and beautiful for cover the price. I predict that Marvel Legacy will be the same as Marvel Point 1 is, that has key stuff in it that's going to be worth the dollars. All right, Uncanny X-Force number 1 is just cover price. Interesting. Random stuff in this box. I've got Jack Black Ketchum, number 1. And number 2. Brightest Day, number 5. Hawk World Revealed. There's some this is a very random 90s, 80s, and 90s box right here. Awesome Slapstick, number 1, 3, and 4. The cover prices are $1.25 each. Ooh. Also have Mickey Splains and Mike Danger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Oh, come on now. Oh. Oh, number 10 and 11. They're only down here. And those are cover price, $1.95. Slapstick. Browning got it first. Burning goes by.
Dang.
Let's stick it right there.
Okay.
Gotcha, Browning.
The thing.
Galuli, do you still want the 3 and 4 if the number 1 is gone? Question mark. All right, I also have Frank number 1 and Frank number 2. Cover price of $1.75 a piece. Got it. There's a Galuli.
All right.
Take these both buys down.
Like a sugar packet or something under the skin. It's a little bit wobbly.
Oh, that thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cover price also. Stone the Awakening. That is Silvestri covers there. That's number 1. Number 1B. And number 2, Will's Pistachio. Those are also cover price, $2.50. Yep, they're $1.25. Okay, I also have for cover price Demon Gun, number 1 and number 2. $2.95. Cud Comics, number 1. This is some cool indie with dog parts on the back. $2.95. Okay, Danger Unlimited, number 3, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The whole series, which is cover price of pieces, which is not on the front, of course. $2 each. $2. No, only if it has animals. So these have animals. All right, Witchblade number 1 at cover price of $2.50. Remember when those first came out? So hot. Also have Infinite Crisis number 4. That is a variant cover. Still cover price of $3.99. I also have a train called Love number 1. Zen Intergalactic Ninja. Not on the front, of course. Number 1 is number 1, and its cover price is $4. Super foily. Wildstorm swimsuit special number 2, $2.50. All right, here's Survivors Club Vertigo #1. Cover price of $3.99. X-Force comes down. Check click. Anybody after any of these? Let me know. Before I put them away, or after I put them away is fine too. They're just in this box. All right, Tales of the Marvel Universe. It's a wraparound cover. $2.95. X-Force #4, cover price at $1. X-Force 25 with a cool cool holographic, $3.50. Legion of the Night, Wills Portacio. Do that one for just $2. Hawkeye #1, $1.75. All right, Marvel Age, Rise of the Midnight Suns. This is Marvel 3 cards, but I don't feel any cards in there. This one is cover price of $1. This is Blaze #1, cover price. Magneto #0 at cover price.
Yes, please.
I cannot find a price in this book. That is hilarious. Assuming it's $2. What if Blink of Generation X had not died? Find out for $1.50 today. Spectacular Spider-Man #180. $1. All right, it's a free Comic Book Day book, so it's free. Batman Adventures. Warlord #98 is 75 cents. Got Genesis free preview #1, 2, 3, and 4. They're $2 a piece. Spidey, it's $1. Hannah, that doesn't say anything.
It does. It's just a picture of Batman. But I wasn't calling it. I was just going to put it in there.
This is DC, so you can. All right,
Yeah,
Galooly.
let's go, Lily.
Wolverine #73 is $1.75.
Yeah, I don't know why the stickers don't show up on it, but
So weird.
Yep.
All right, I have Painkiller Jane #1 for $2.95. And the other cover, same price. I'd love to see which one is A and B, but I don't want to. Got some Supergirls. I have Supergirl #2 for 20 cents. Supergirl 5 for 20 cents. Let's see, Supergirl DC Giant for 25 cents. Yeah, it's really, really weird. 2 and 5.
and Giant.
All right. 2 and 5 go to Galooly.
Giant goes to Browning.
Brownie gets your Giant. All right, this one is Got some warping to it, but it's Power Shazam #1 for $1.50. 3 minutes before the break. Infinite Crisis #2. Cover price. Metal Men #33 for 12 cents. I'll say I never gave you anything. Greatest Adventure #71 for 12 cents. Amazing Spider-Man #8. Spider-Girl's Last Stand, part of the Spider-Verse. Cover price. Big Game Hunters #1. Cover price. Metal Man goes to Russ. I got 0 Hour 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cover price are $1.50 a piece. I also have for cover price Azrael, Death's Dark Knight, 1 through 4, Battle for the Cowl. Last but not least, this is Batman Two-Face, Strikes Twice, Book 1 and Book 2, just cover price. All right, when we come back, we're going to switch over. We're going to do Trade Paperback Theater.
A trade paperback theater.
So be ready. I'm going to clear my voice. Let's listen to some commercial break. You are watching Minute to Skim It on the Experience, so hello. All right, I've got lots of books to review for you guys today. And Hannah just basically showed up just the #1s and showed them to me, and I was like, "Oh, we have
just for the indies."
Just for the indies, yeah. I was like, we have got a lot to do. All right, everybody, welcome back on the experience. This is Mish Mosh. The comic slinger. No. Comic slinger is Jesse James. He's coming up next. Can't wait to see what he's got going on. I feel like I've been kind of like missing getting in connection with him for the last week or so, which is weird because we usually talk on the daily. It's a very weird when you haven't talked to your comic brother in a long time. Now we're going to do what is called a trade paperback theater.
A trade paperback theater.
In which I read you the trade dress that's on the back of the book in my most epic voice. It's not going to be anywhere close to being as awesome as that. That is JD's awesome voice. And my hope is that you will learn more about the book and think to yourself, hey, man, I need to have that. So if it has a price point on it, that means I looked it up and it was a hot trade, and therefore it needed a price point that was above the actual price point that's on the back. Everything else I'm going to mark down. So just pay attention to the price points. They're going to be lower than the price of the back. Here we go. From Rom V, this is Paradiso, Volume 2, Dark Dwellers. This is normally a $17 trade. We're going to do this one for $10 tonight. Okay. The midnight event left our world forever altered. Now a man named Jack Kreisman is poised to change it again. Rumors and theories abound regarding the origins and the meaning of Paradiso, the living metropolis that's home to the last living, thriving society. As events rumble on the surface, Jack will find that the strangest truths of Paradiso lie deep beneath her streets in a cityscape of warrens and tunnels populated by things that dwell in darkness. That has been Paradiso Volume 2, marked down at $10 during this show only.
A trade paperback theater.
Perfect. And just so you guys know what I do with these books right after the show, I hand them off and they get priced and go out on the floor at full price. So grab them while you can. Terry Moore, Motor Girl, Real Life. This one is normally a $15 trade paperback. Nope, $16 trade paperback. $10 during this show. When a UFO crashes into Samantha's junkyard, she and her imaginary pal Mike, a 600-pound gorilla, are only too happy to make repairs and send them on their way. Now E.T. has a crush on Sam, and an industrial giant wants to purchase the junkyard to install an anti-UFO weapon. Sam has never backed down from a fight. She's, after all, a decorated war veteran. But saving the yard and her new friends will require Sam to confront her PTSD and stand up to the greatest challenge at all. Reality. $10. All right, this is October Faction, Steve Niles. This is, it's so funny, it doesn't have a volume on it. That makes me laugh. Oh, Volume 2. Normally a $20 book. Tonight's going to be $10. All right. The Allen family has inducted Dante, a.k.a. Robert Face, into the fold, and Jeff and Vivian have begun their training in the family business, monster hunting. All looks well for the Allens, but Sheriff Chambers is slowly catching on to their occult activities. There you go. That's all it gives us. October Faction, Volume 2. All right, I've got Peter Panzerfaust, Volume 5, Volume 3, and Volume 1. I'm going to read you Volume 1 because it makes the most sense, gives you the most information about the series. These are normally $15 books. These are $10 tonight, live during the show. A high-energy action story that blends Red Dawn with Peter Pan. The city of Calais is the first city in France to fall to the Germans in the spring of 1940. A mysterious American boy named Peter rallies a handful of plucky French orphans, and they must work together to survive Europe's darkest hour. There you go. $10 a piece. Volumes 1, 3, and 5. It's a rare opportunity to get the giant pile of Postal by Matt Hawkins. This has volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Normally $17 a piece, $10 while we're on the show only, let's read what Postal's about. Welcome to Eden, Wyoming. It's like any other small town. Everyone goes to church on Sunday, everyone eats at the same diner, and it only takes one sheriff to keep order. The mayor knows every one of her constituents, and her son delivers all the mail. It's a simple place with one big exception. Everyone in Eden is a criminal. It's a place to hide and start a new life, to lay low from the government, and everyone's in on it. They follow the rules, they stay safe, and no one gets hurt. Until the first official murder the town has seen in 25 years. The town's lone postal worker, Mark Sheffrin, takes it upon himself to discover what's upsetting the town's delicate balance. Diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome and belittled by his mother, Mark will sift through the town's and his family's dark history in a quest for order and answers that will leave him forever changed. This is Postal. Got volumes 1 through 7. The Old Guard. Currently a Netflix series or movie. This is book 1. Normally a $17 book, $10 during this live show only. It's a story about time and age and ages, about friendship and love and regret. It's a story of 2 women and 3 men who cannot die, mostly. Their names are Andy, Nikki, Joe, Booker, and Niall. They're soldiers and their war never ends. They've been everywhere, seen everything, and fought in virtually every conflict through the present day. For centuries, they have kept their existence hidden, never staying in one place too long, always moving from mission to mission. But today, the shadows aren't so dark, and they are about to learn that secrets are impossible to keep. And you absolutely do not want to get in their way when those secrets are laid bare. $10 for the book.
A trade paperback theater.
Daniel, they are $10 a piece. $10. All right. I also have Sons of Anarchy, Volume 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't have Volume 1 to read for you, so I'm going to read you Volume 2. Haha. These are normally $15 trades for $10. Yeah. It is totally cool. All right, Sons of Anarchy are behind bars, and it's up to Gemma and Tara to keep the home front safe from rival clubs. And while Tara uses everything she's learned as a doctor and an old lady to keep the MC intact during Jack's absence, Jax puts his life on the line to keep the Sons safe on the other side. There you go. This is what the show is based on, Sons of Anarchy. I have them at $10 a piece. Yes, Daniel. I think all of them have been $10 so far. Oh, the ad's kicking in. We're playing a game, JD and I, in which I say, trade paperback theater.
A trade paperback theater.
And that's how it happens. Postal goes to Hannah.
No, I wasn't calling it. I said that's all of the postal trades, by the way.
Oh, by the way, I thought you said I'll take all the postal trades.
I want to, but I need to read the other things first.
That is true. All right.
Eventually.
Paybacks is by Donnie Cates. You probably haven't heard of it unless you were a fan of his from the beginning. It's also got Elliot Rahal and Shaw and Affy working on this. This is a Dark Horse series. Previously mentioned in issue 3, I believe, of Crossover. Okay. Do you want me to read it for you? Or you just want to call it? All right.
Read it for me.
I'm going to read it for you. All right. Normally $13 book for $10. Being a superhero has a price. Meet the team that collects it. Heroism doesn't come cheap, so when superheroes borrow money to finance their genetic enhancements, robotic suits, or crime-fighting supercomputers, or debts make student loans look like IOUs. Enter the Paybacks, a repo squad composed of bankrupt former heroes like Night Knight and Misadventure, here to foreclose on everyone's secret lairs. But now the Paybacks have discovered a fate worse than debt. A murderer is on the loose, and the killer just may be one of their own. Already claimed by Hannah.
Yeah.
All right. This isn't part of the sale, but I did have an interview just a little while ago on the experience with Declan Shelby. And I thought maybe you thought to yourself, hey man, I want to buy that book. This is Bog Bodies, the mystery series based in Ireland, which he is from. It's only, well, shoot, I'll put this on sale too. Why not? These are normally $13 for $10. Bog Bodies, a dark survival story set in the remote Dublin mountains. A cold, poignant story of crime, survival, and regret. Follows an Irish gangster on the run after a job gone wrong who encounters a young woman lost in the Dublin mountains. Injured and unarmed, the unlikely pair must try to evade their pursuers and survive the desolate bog that has served as burial grounds for unspeakable murder throughout history. Bog Bodies. I've got 3 of those in case you want. All right, here's one that's not going to get marked down. Apologize. These are actually retired rare. I've had a lot of people ask about them, and so as soon as I put them on the rack, they're probably going to go. Octopus Pie. Octopus Pie, volume 4, this one. So this one is a $20 book. It is the 4th installment of Octopus Pie. Dreams and harsh reality are beginning to blur. In print for the first time, this volume follows our Brooklynite heroes as they descend into the thrones of heartbreak. There you go. This one, I believe, was previously a webcomic, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Getting your bog body in shape for summer. Oh my goodness. I also have Octopus Pie, Volume 5, even more rare, at $30. As they watch the days of their youth roll by, Brookamites, Eve, Hannah, and friends must confront the truth about themselves, whether they're ready to or not. The award-winning webcomic series comes to a close in this final laugh-filled, heart-rending installment. Octopus Pie.
Yes, I have a website.
Mm-hmm. All right, I have got. This is a one story, Samurai Brothers in Arms. I feel like I've read one of the samurai stories and loved it. Okay, here we go. Normally a $20 book, $10 tonight only. In Imperial Japan, it takes strength and courage to become a warrior, to become a samurai. With a peaceful town where they have come to rest is plunged into a deadly conflict between the local suzerain, the Ishuru, monks, and the Yakuzas. The samurai brothers must once again draw their swords. With the secrets of the kingdom's most powerful men hanging in the balance, this is a fight they can ever win? Question mark. All right. This guy I've met multiple times. Suzerain. Thank you. Suzerain. This is an awesome series called Silver. I've met this fellow at Comic-Con multiple times. His name is Stephen Frank. He's a delightful person. I've got both of these in my own personal collection, and there was a book that came along with it. So I can help you hunt that down if you like. It's just part of the same universe. It's called Silver. These are normally $13, $10 tonight. Let me see if I can find you a thing here. All right. Expanding Bram Stoker's original universe 50 years hence into the pulp era of the 1930s, Silver introduces James Finnegan, a witty but figuratively soulless con man who sets out to separate the living dead from their precious silver. Personality conflicts, emotional entanglements, and character comedy abound as Finnegan assembles the crew of talented but broken misfits needed to pull off the heist of the last 10 centuries. And you'll probably guess that it has relation to vampires with a name like Silver. And the fact that she's got fangs on the front cover on this one. So I've got volume 1 and 2. They are $10 a piece. Oh no, more Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon back in blue. Okay. This collects Savage Dragons 145 through 150. Some key stuff. This one's going to be $10, normally $15. Savage Dragon goes back to his roots. Nearly 12 years after walking off the job as a law enforcement officer, Savage Dragon rejoins the Chicago Police Department. The vicious circle is reborn, and Captain Frank Darling turns to the one man he knows can get the job done, The Dragon. It's history in the making, boys and girls. There you go. Oh, you've read it too, Chris. Excellent. Okay, 1 week in the library. 1 week in the library. This one is $10. Welcome to the library. It's here that every story ever written is cataloged and monitored by a single man who's begun to notice something strange. The books are rebelling. Dive into the endless stacks in this experimental graphic novella from writer Maxwell Prince and artist John Armour, which recounts a troublesome week in the library via 7 short stories, one for each day, that use comics, infographics, prose, and poetry to play with the graphic medium and explore the multivalent world of living narrative. There you go. 1 week in the library. That's got a cool way to tell it.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, super retired book. Frank Miller, Robocop, Last Stand. The reason why? Frank Miller. It is $15 from Boom Studios. The police force has been disbanded. The people of Detroit have been evicted from their homes. Ed 209s and OCP officers run the streets. With OCP's vision for Delta City well underway, this is Robocop's last stand, as it was always intended to be. Frank Miller's incredible screenplay is brought to life in this hard-hitting adaptation, penned by Stephen Grant. There you go. $15, which is essentially what the cover price is, by the way. All right, Secret Identities is an image book. Normally $15, $10. Behind every mask is a secret. The supergroup known as the Front Line has just invited fledgling hero Crosswind to join them. But what they don't know is that Crosswind is a mole sent by a hidden enemy to learn all their secrets. And the Front Line has lots of secrets. As Crosswind descends deeper into the Front Line's world, will the team uncover his plan, or will Crosswind and his partner bring the group crashing to its knees? This has the entire series in it for $10. All right. Since the series has already been on Amazon Prime, this book is ticked up in price. This is The Rift by Red 5. It is $18. The Rift tells the story of a single mother, Mary Ann, and her son Elijah, whose lives changed forever after witnessing a World War II fighter pilot from 1941 crash land in present-day Kansas. Mary Ann, Elijah, and Cole, the time-traveling pilot, find themselves drawn into the work of Section 47, a secret government organization responsible for responding to rifts in space and time. There you go. $18. The Rift. Here we go. I'm going to move my phone from where it is. Sorry, I just kicked things. Didn't mean to. All right. We already know that this is in development. This is Port of Earth, Volume 2. Normally $17, $10 while we're live. We have made a deal to host an alien spaceport on Earth, but who does port security really protect, humans or aliens? The Port of Earth is open for business to all galactic alien travelers, but as our alien business partners visit Earth, an unresolved alien threat emerges. Earth security agents Rice and McIntyre must now find the balance between protecting both humans and aliens, thus shouldering the fate of the Earth's autonomy over our own planet's security. A politically charged, thought-provoking sci-fi action thriller from Zach Kaplan. There you go, $10. Zach Kaplan's awesome, by the way.
He is.
Good peoples. All right, Power 3 by Aaron Lapresti. Dark Horse. On his 13th birthday, Kenny Logan was given a piece of technology that can create anything he could possibly want. All he has to do is imagine it. His first wish, to survive the day. His unique matter reinterpreting device attracts the attention of a bumbling Nazi scientist with plans for world domination, and an elite government agent desperate to stop an alien invasion. Armed only with his imagination, can Kenny save himself and protect his loved ones? There you go. $10 for Power 3. All right, retired book. This one is $20. This is PS 238, which is volume 8 of the series. 2 empires, 1 destiny, no waiting. He came to Earth, the last survivor of the planet Argos. Taking up the name Atlas, he fought for our planet countless times alongside other heroes. Later, he had a son just as superpowered as he, but perhaps Atlas isn't the last of his people, and maybe things would have been better had we never found out why Atlas was sent to our planet. The senior Emerald Gauntlet was a test pilot who survived a failed experimental flight, returning to the ground with a strange device on his hand that granted him amazing powers. This device also appeared on the arm of his child, who also took up the Emerald Gauntlet title. So where did the original Gauntlet come from? After a signal from the younger Gauntlet's armored glove attracts attention to Earth, both father and son are swept away to a world that created their powerful devices, and the beings there want them back. There you go. $20 for PS 238. If you're like me and always wanted to read this series, but you were overwhelmed by the amount of books that are part of it, Project Superpowers from Dynamite. This one is normally a $20 book, $10 today. Says, the Golden Age lives again. From the dawn of the 20th century came a new chapter in mankind's history, unleashed during a time of great war and destruction. It was the beginning of the age of superpowers, yet with the closing of the Second World War, this new spark seemingly flickered and died. Until now, Project Superpowers, Chapter 1. Here you go. Really big, thick book. Project Superpowers. All right. This is also from Dynamite. It is called Prophecy. Also $10 while we're live. The biggest crossover event ever from Dynamite Entertainment stars an astounding array of characters who must form an uneasy alliance and save the world from the Mayan doomsday prophecy. From sword-wielding women warriors to mad scientists, from vampire vixens to undead overlords, Prophecy has everything and then some. There you go. $10 for Prophecy. I've got some Rasputin. Got Volume 1 and Volume 2. Superpowers goes. There you go, Russ. So I've got Volume 1s and Volumes 2s. Both of them are going to be $10 each while we're live. The Road to the Winter Palace. Says, comes a complete rethinking of history. What if Rasputin, the mad monk, could actually heal the sick, and the injured, even the dead? What would that do to everything we think has happened in the last 2 centuries? Probably nothing good. There is Volume 1. Also Volume 2. This one's called The Road to the White House. Oh, no. Super Plumber. That's right. That's what happens when you're like, got mush mouth for a second. I should have a drink of water.
Okay.
All right, these are awesome books. Real Science Adventures. This one's called Flying She-Devils in Raid on Marauder Island. This one is going to be $10 during this live show. A group of women Air Force service pilots banded together after World War II and became the daring Flying She-Devils. Food and fuel are in short supply, but the She-Devils have a plan. Take it from Mad Jack the Pirate King. What could go wrong? Well, everything. Also featuring Britain's top spy, the Sparrow, on a mission to save the Allies from the German wonder weapon, Project Millipede. That one is $10 during the show. And I've got a couple copies of these in case someone wants it. This one's called The $1 Billion Plot. A cabal of industrialists are conspiring to overthrow Washington, D.C. in the wake of the financial panic of 1893. Only the centurions of science stand in their way. But can they stop the Black Coat Army and save New York City from sinking into the Atlantic first? Starring Nikola Tesla, George Westinghouse, Winfield Scott Lovecraft, Charles Fort, Houdini Weiss, Annie Oakley, and Wong Kei-ying. $10. This one's called Reality Check. Reality Check. This one is from Image Comics and is $10 during this show. What would you do if your best-selling comic book superhero left off the page and demanded you find him a soulmate? Well, that's an easy pitch. Reality Check for $10. Right, everybody, we're going to take a quick break. This is our last break of the day. After me comes a Jesse James. It's going to sling some comics at you. But still, we have one more round of Trade Paperback Theater.
A trade paperback theater.
And we'll see you after these words from our sponsors.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Today's comics market is ripe with new titles by creators who are determined to get their books into your hands. My name is Henri Company. For the last decade, I've been making and selling my own creator-owned comics and dealing as a collector in live sales. My signature series, Yi Sun Shin, is the book that cannot be defeated in battle and has over 250,000 copies in print. Now I'm taking comics to the next level and laying the groundwork for my fellow creators to get their voices heard so they can connect directly with you. This is your chance to engage live with top comic book talent and get your comics signed without having to wait in long lines or pay any fees. But remember, we only have a limited amount of their books in stock. So always remember to call it as you see it.
Mish Mosh.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back. We have taken an excursus, Ancient Goddess of Steel and Fire. This is true. Don't tell anybody. We've done an excursus away from Mish Mosh, although this is still kind of Mish Mosh. Anyway, it is not either 80s or 90s night, whatever. All of our signage is a lie. What can we say? But we are doing Trade Paperback Theater.
A trade paperback theater.
All right, this is final round. Stay tuned. After my last half hour, Jesse James comes on and is going to be slinging comics at you faster than you can imagine. He'll have amazingly great stuff. Here's our last round. Let's go. This is Picks Too Super for School. Going to be $10 during this live show only. Teenager Superhero Fairy Princess. Teen Superhero Picks may or may not be a fairy princess, but she's clearly too super for school. Students ridicule her fairy princess claims, and faculty consider her heroics destructive. Despite her closest friends' support, it all becomes too much, and Pix tries something new, being ordinary. She swaps using her powers, wearing her costume, and saying she's a fairy princess for student activities, school counselor visits, and a new friend. Meanwhile, Pix receives something that belonged to her father, who she believes rules the fairy kingdom. Could it resolve the truth of who or what she really is? Worried that Pix has abandoned her true self and the things she really cares about, her friends hatch a plan to bring back Pix. And it might work, but a new threat turns things for the worse. Friends get hurt, hopes get crushed, and Pix questions all she ever believed about her identity. Pix! Pix! All right, here's a chance for two of you guys to get this awesome trade paperback called Red Wing. Red Wing. This is by Jonathan Hickman and Nick Pitara. Normally a $15 book, $10. To truly eliminate an enemy, you must change their culture, convince them that how they thought was wrong. You must humiliate them and make them ashamed of what they are. I am full of shame. This is how we lost the 21st century. That is all it says. Now you know all you need to know. All right, retired and hot. Rocketeer at War is $20. Europe, 1942. The world is at war. As allies battle against Axis, able-bodied men everywhere enlist in the war effort, including Cliff Second. Nope, Secord. Secord, also known as the Rocketeer, has been thrust full throttle into the heat of battle, and with or without his jetpack, he will depend on his wits and daring if he is to survive. Rocketeer at War. Rowan's Ruin by Mike Carey. Normally a $20 book, $10 tonight. Katie always has had a fascination with history. So when she's offered a house swap with a girl from Britain, she jumps at the chance to summer at Rowan's Rise, a house older than her entire home country. Escaping her parents' attentiveness is great, and the town is beautiful, but something about the place feels wrong. And then the nightmares begin, which spurs Katie to investigate the history of this house. It doesn't take long for her to learn that sometimes the past is best left alone. Rowan's Ruin. Horror. Horror. Oh, yeah. Garth Ennis. This one is called Rover Red Charlie. Rover Red Charlie. It is about war dogs. Okay. And it says, my name is Charlie and I am a dog. So are my friends Red and Rover. Something happened to the feeders. We don't know what. We don't know why, but they began to hurt each other. They hurt and hurt and hurt and hurt until none of them were left. Now we're on our own. There's no one to feed us, no one to help us, no one to take us for walks. This is the feeders world without the feeders, and we don't know how things work. We must try to find our own way, but Rover talks funny. Red's thinker is small, and I'm scared all the time. Where will we go? What will we do? How will we stay alive? $10 for Red Rover Charlie. Okay. This is Muirwood, The Lost Abbey, graphic novel by Jeff Wheeler. Normally a $15 book for $10 tonight. Maya, the daughter of the king of Comoros, has been banished, her rank and station taken away. Although magic is forbidden of women in her world, Maya secretly learned, and now her desperate father has sent her on a dangerous quest to save their kingdom. Protected by a hired killer, Maya voyages to another realm, the cursed shores of Dahomey, where an ancient blight has destroyed all the inhabitants. Maya believes she can restore the deadly lands by using her magic medallion, but if she's discovered wielding her clandestine power, she will most certainly be hunted down and killed. $10 for Muirwood. Hey, Richard Ship! All right, this is a hot one. All the kids love this. We sell these all the time. This is Miraculous Origins, an all ages book. Every story has a beginning. Discover how Marionette and Adrian, two high school students practically like everyone else, become Ladybug and Cat Noir, and why Hawkmoth is their sworn enemy. This is the perfect jumping on point for new readers. It is part of a series that became a hit animated series. Miraculous. What's that? All right, Mercy Sparks. This is by Josh Blaylock. Under new management, it says normally $18, $10 during this show. Okay. Mercy Sparks is a disenfranchised, boozing, fighting, tattooed punk rock girl with a serious chip on her shoulder. Or at least most of that's true. She's not a normal woman at all, but a devil from the underworld secretly living amongst us, disguised as a human, taking orders from heaven to hunt down rogue angels, dropping off the divine grid. Readers met Mercy in Volume 1 as their life was turned upside down, and she and her new heavy metal sidekick, Hank, learn that heaven and hell are full of more bureaucracy and middle managers than a libertarian's nightmares. Volume 2 says the stakes are rising as powers in heaven, and Hank put Mercy both ways, and not even Hank's special angel fighting inventions can protect her. Mercy does her best to squeeze her shots of Irish whiskey as she hunts down an angel that can teleport anywhere at any time, gets her butt handed to her by an exorcist with more tattoos than her, and finds herself trapped in the grips of a supernatural, can't use that word, catering to the Illuminati. There you go, $10. You wanted Kermit to shout your name? Oh, good. That's about what it sounded like, I'm certain. And also Volume 4 of that series. Those are $10 a piece, normally $18 bucks. Yeah. You want to cover up something I already did. All right, next box. Ooh, Black Magic. What numbers we got here? All right, I have Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Black Magic by Greg Rutka. These are normally $17 books. They're going to be $10 for you tonight. Something Wiccan this way comes. Rowan Black knows the scent of a body burned at the stake, the power of a murderer's severed left hand, the danger of a blood spilled on stone beneath a new moon. Rowan Black is a witch. Rowan Black knows that a badge is worth exactly as much as the person carrying it, that motive is overrated, and that you always watch your partner's back. Rowan Black is a cop. She knows something else. She knows magic is real. The problem is someone else knows it too. There you go. Mercy Sparks. I think all I have is 2 and 4. Is it okay?
Yeah.
2 and 4 goes ahead up. Black Magic, I have 1 and 2.
I was typing and then you said 1 and I wrote it down.
That happens. I know that when you're like, you're listening and typing something else.
Yeah.
It overrides your hands. I know. All right. This is more like a digest size. Buffy, High School Years. Parental Parasite. This is normally an $11 book. We're going to do this for $7 tonight. Surge of demon activity in Sunnydale keeps Buffy busy as she juggles slaying with school. When Buffy is caught skipping class to slay, her mom Joyce vows to keep a closer eye on her. Unable to stay away from kicking demon booty for too long, Buffy must find ways to avoid her mom's attention. But when Joyce becomes hypnotized by a childlike demon that craves motherly care, Buffy experiences a new kind of sibling rivalry. This sibling is a real-life monster. There you go. Love how you call her Jenna, even though it says Hannah. Ah! That's perfect. I love it. There you go, Ship. You've gotten it. Clueless, Senior Year. It's a $15 boombox book. Your favorite girls from Beverly Hills are back in an all-new, all-original adventure. It's senior year, and Cher, Dion, and Ty find themselves in a bit of a crisis of self. Where are they meant to go, and what are they meant to do after high school? Luckily, they have all year and each other's help to figure it out. As if. It doesn't say as if. I put that in myself because it's funny. All right. Bill and Ted Go to Heck. normally a $15 book for $10 during the show. It's time to get the band back together. Bill, Ted, and the Princesses reunite with their historic friends to knock down the devil's door and save their friend and bandmate Death from a formidable foe of great stature. Favorite characters from Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey return, including Rufus, Billy the Kid, Joan of Arc, Abraham Lincoln, Station, and many more in a showdown that will rock the supernatural world. Gag it with a spoon, as if Shaw. I'm a full-on Monet. All right, here we go. Blacklist. I have got, what in the world? Oh, yeah. Volume 1 and Volume 2. Volume 1 and Volume 2 of the Blacklist. Here we go. This is Volume 1, $10, normally a $15 book. The assassination of a political activist, the framing of a federal agent for murder, a spate of bombings against the FBI. All these herald the work of a deadly new blacklister known as the Gambler. This mysterious criminal mastermind is manipulating events in an attempt to force Raymond, Red Reddington, the infamous concierge of crime, into revealing himself. Red and FBI Special Agent Elizabeth Keene must work together to discover the Gambler's true identity and uncover the secret history he shares with Red. Volume 1 and Volume 2, $10 a piece. You haven't seen Clueless? Oh man, we need to help you.
On my list.
It has a very cute Paul Rudd. Do it! Do it! All right, this is Blue Estate, Volume 1. Blue Estate, Volume 1. This has got a fun cover. $10. Blue Estate deals with a low-rent private eye trying and failing to escape the long shadow of his respected cop father. But a chance encounter with a B-list action star drags the wannabe gumshoe into a world of strippers, mobsters, and the wildest and only case of his career. See who lives, who dies, and who gets the tiger blood knocked out of them in the first 4 issues of the fast, funny, smash hit new crime series from Image Comics. Blue State! Sexy Proto Road. What? 90s cheese, it is. By the way, if you haven't ever picked up the Shakespeare version of Clueless, you should. Oh man, this is going to sell right away. Black Hammer, the Event, Jeff Lemire. Normally a $20 book for $10. Come on. The farm will never be the same again. When a visitor from the outside world arrives on the farm looking for the Black Hammer and bringing news of Spiral City to its golden age heroes, everything changes. Her arrival stirs up old memories and awakens new hope in the marooned heroes, and they make a new attempt to escape their strange prison. The Event. Everything Black Hammer is gold. All right, I got 14 minutes. Well, not really. 12 minutes. Shakespeare, yep. Shakespeare of Back to the Future is also delightful. Bounty is a Dark Horse book, normally $15, $10 during the show. Kick butt, shoot first, get paid. The Gadflies were the most wanted criminals in the galaxy. Over the years, they've stolen from evil corporations and redistributed their ill-gotten gains to the less fortunate. Doing so earned them a reputation as the roughest outlaws in the universe with a bounty to match. Now, with the law closing in on them, the Gadflies are forced to abandon their bandit personas in favor of a new career as bounty hunters. Because if you can't beat them, join them. Then rob them blind. There you go, Bounty! Put it on your list?
No, a lot of these have already been on my list for so long.
All right. Hey, Mason. All right, this is Bunker, Volume 3. I know they announced Bunker is being in development, but I haven't seen them do anything with it yet. Doesn't mean they won't. This is Oni Press. Not long ago, Grady and his friends discovered the bunker and the letters and documents contained within that told them of the coming apocalypse. Now with Billy in jail for a crime he was attempting to stop, and Grady running for office as he kicks off his political career, the future looms large. Behind it all, pulling the strings, is the Grady who came back from the future to make sure everything happens the way it's supposed to. With him is an aged and embittered Natasha, whose own motives remain unclear. Will she help Grady with his plan to keep the future intact, or will she use this opportunity to fix the mistakes of her own past? Normally a $20 book, $10. thing I just put up. Woo! All right, Bruce Lee, The Dragon Rises. Normally a $20 book, $10. Bruce Lee never died. He hasn't aged and his muscle memory remains intact. But he has no idea who he is, what's happened in the world in the past 40 years, or why so many thugs want a piece of him. With the help of a fly BFF from the 70s, Joe Toomey PI, and a pair of precocious teens, Bruce finds himself forced to do battle with an enigmatic villain, her highly skilled entourage, and his very own psyche. This first collected edition of the All Ages Bruce Lee Dragon Rises features more than 5 issues worth of full-color action, suspense, and comedy. There you go. $10. Oh. All right, this is a Briggsland, Brian Wood, Volume 1. Normally a $20 book, $10 just during the show. An American family under siege. Nearly 100 square miles of rural wilderness, Briggsland is the largest and most secretive anti-government secessionist movement in the United States. Founded in the years following the Civil War, it was a safe harbor for anyone looking to live a simple, quiet life off the grid. But in more recent times, it has devolved into a hotbed for white extremism, armed militias, and domestic terrorism. Briggsland also represents billions of dollars in fracking leases, real estate development, and public works. Its incarcerated patriarch, Jim Briggs, has entered into negotiations to sell the entirety of the land to the government in exchange for an immediate release. Jim's wife, Grace, married into the family as a teenager and has lived it long enough to see the potential good buried in the layers of corruption and hatred. She seeks to rehabilitate Briggsland into something that both honors traditions and protects its citizens as they head into an uncertain future. $10 for a Briggsland. This looks awesome. All right, this is Burning Fields. Normally a $30 book. It's going to be $20 tonight. Dana Atkinson, a dishonorably discharged Army investigator, is pulled back to the Middle East when a group of Americans, oil technicians, disappear under bizarre circumstances. With the help of an Iraqi investigator, what Dana finds is unimaginable. A series of unusual incidents at the drill site lead them to discover a mythic evil that has been released, one that threatens both the lives of the entire region and the fragile peace that exists. Here you go. Burning Fields. Here we go. This is Cannibal. Sorry, I got a drink. My voice is disappearing. Cannibal, Volume 2. Okay. The Florida Gulf Coast has been hit by a devastating new virus when it causes the infected to crave human flesh. With no cure in sight, the region is divided over what to do with the victims. For brothers Grady and Cash Hansen, the answer is simple: kill them. But all that changes when the virus infects people they love. Cannibal! $10. Woo! Got hot in here. Or I'm having a hot flash. That's also possible. Bloodborne, The Death of Sleep. Awesome Titan Comics series based on the video games. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. Awakening in a city plagued by a twisted endemic where horrific beasts stalk in the shadows and the streets run slick with the blood of the darned, a nameless hunter embarked on a dangerous quest in search of pale blood, the only escape from the endless night of the hunt. Discover the terrifying secrets of old Yharnam in this brand new comic series based on From Software hit Aka Miyazaki's critically acclaimed Bloodborne video game. $10. All right, I got some Casanovas here. I've got Gula and Luxuria. I'll read them both because they're different. Have I seen Cannibal the Musical? What? No, I have not. All right, Casanova. This one's Gula. When is Casanova Quinn? Everyone's favorite multidimensional man of mystery has disappeared in a typical poof of decidedly unhedonistic smoke. Where'd he go? When? And why is the entire space-time continuum at risk if he's not found? There you go, $10 for Gula. And I also have Luxuria. Ah, okay. Welcome to the world of Casanova. His father, Cornelius, is the Director Supreme of Empire, an international task force brutally maintained peace and order across the face of the earth. His twin sister, Zephyr, is Empire's star agent, currently investigating a disturbance in the fabric of space-time continuum. The entire planet is under the Quinn family's jurisdiction, every law is under their enforcement, and Casanova Quinn wants to break them all, one at a time. $10 for Luxuria. Woohoo! Oh, here's a dirty, dirty book. This is pretty gross. Oh, it's horrible. You can wash your eyeballs out with soap after this. Crossed Badlands, Volume 17. The world remade in their image. Okay, fans' favorite Alpha Crossed Smokey has returned, and he's on the mission he began back in the legendary Quisling story arc. Driven by a powerful, controlled cruelty, Smokey discovered a survivalist bunker and forces a desperate man to help him to do the unthinkable, create a new crossed civilization and city called Smokyville. But how long can even a creature like Smokey hold the murderous crossed to his will before they turn upon each other? It's the ultimate sociological experiment amidst the wreckage of civilization. There's no equal to the terror and depravity within the pages of Crossed. It is simply the most terrifying, uncensored horror comic book being published. I agree. Crystal's Gauge. Wash your eyeballs out after. Okay, I got just a couple more minutes. I fit a couple more in. Congentic. Boom Studios. Humanity has built civilizations, culture, distinct and individual lives, but what if that isn't the right track? A powerful psychic being that once controlled 1/3 of the world's population as part of its hive mind has returned to New York City to take back control and finally right the destiny of mankind. Annie McHale, the sharp young assistant to the director of the FBI, might be the only one who can save humanity, but at a terrible, terrible cost. Here you go, $10. All right, Coffin Hill, DC Vertigo, Volume 1, $10 during the show. Secret, lies, witchcraft. Eve Coffin is the heiress of one of New England's richest families, but the Coffins didn't come on the Mayflower. They're witches. Their roots are in Salem, and those roots run deep. Today, Eve's an unlikely hero cop, begging Boston's most brutal serial killer as a rookie fresh out of the academy. But 10 years ago, she was a troubled teenager with a taste for the occult who ran with kids from the wrong side of the tracks and awakened powers from the dark side of our reality. $10 for Coffin Hill. Okay, my last one. This one is Claudia and Rex. It is a YA fantasy. After losing their dad, 12-year-old Claudia and her kid sister Rex are taken on a road trip by their mother in the hopes of rebuilding their lives. When their car is blasted off the road by a strange bolt from the sky, they find themselves imbued with strange abilities, caught in a battle between supernatural beings. They'll have to learn to rely on each other if they're to escape the danger and restore the balance of the universe. $10, Claudia and Rex. Thank you guys so much. This has been a blast. I've been practicing my voiceover work, so there you go. I've got to do that for a whole hour now. This has been Trade Paperback Theater.
A trade paperback theater.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me in that experience. Please remember to like, share, ring that bell, tell everyone about all the fun you have watching our shows. I'm happy to have entertained you for this time that we've been on. Please stay on the experience. Coming up next is Jesse James. See you guys.